Hola, muy buenas, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estamos? Espero que bien, yo soy Manolín y seguimos aquí en Kingdom con Deliverance. Y bueno, el día anterior nos fuimos de cacería con Hans. De hecho, le salvamos la vida y por ello nos dieron un caballo que tenemos que ir a buscar, que por lo visto está en rataje, que estará aquí, montar en el nuevo caballo. Lo que no sé es qué va a pasar con ese. Con este que tenemos ahora, ¿qué va a pasar? Espérate, ¿cómo voy de saciedad y todo eso? Vale, perfectamente, ¿eh? Tenemos de todo. Pues sí, no sé lo que va a pasar con este caballo ahora. Ahora lo veremos. A ver si lo voy a tener que vender, si se queda ahí en la plaza, no tengo ni idea. Le quitaremos la gualdrapa, las bridas y la montura. Cuidado que llega Henry, ¿eh? Madre mía. Cómo corre Rocinante, ¿eh? No corre una mierda, pero... Cuidado, señora. Que ha llegado Henry. Ah, me dijo René también que la mejor espada es la San Jorge o algo así. A ver, ¿cuál va a ser? Caballo de Capón. Caballo de Janus. Va a ser este, entonces. Guijarros. Oh. A ver, entonces, a este... le quito esto. Vale. Entonces Rocinante se queda aquí de momento. Montar, inspeccionar. Vale, tiene más velocidad, más capacidad, pero menos valor. Vale, objetivo completado. Y ahora... Rocinante. Caballo. ¿Cómo le digo que ahora es este? Espera, porque... No vale esto, ¿eh? Que luego lo que va a pasar es que voy a llamar a mi caballo y va a venir Rocinante. Bueno, pues de momento me quedo con Rocinante. Es que no sé, es que no hay otra. No sé cómo hacer para que sea Guijarro mi caballo principal. No me lo pone en ningún lado. Si alguien lo sabe, pues que me lo diga, por favor. Vale, entonces, ¿qué tenemos que hacer? Nos tenemos que reunir... No, esto es lo del vino. Nos tenemos que ir ahí. Y los establos están ahí. Vale, pues nos vamos ahí. Quería entrenar con el Bernard, pero al final es que no está. Está ya donde tenemos que ir. Así que bueno, no pude. Ah, y también quería mirar, porque me dijo René que siguiendo el río se encontraba al otro molinero, el que buscaba. Y entonces, bueno, será ese, supongo. Sí, sí. Pues vamos a ir ahí. Ahí está, ¿no? Ole, ole. ¿Qué pasa? ¿Cómo estás? ¿Te puedo vender cosas? Hay el trabajo de carpintero para el Fritz y el Matthew. Bueno, parece que no tiene trabajo ese. Habrá que buscar otro. Vale, entrenamiento, sigilo.
I'd like you to teach me how to be better at stealth.
Certainly. Agreed. Now listen up.
Vale, vale, vale. Hemos mejorado en sigilo. Entonces, ¿no tiene trabajo para carpintero, en serio?
I'm not looking for anyone at the moment.
Vale.
Do you need help with anything?
Just in time. There is a certain matter I need resolving. I have some scores to settle with the commander of the
Oh,
Talmberg
tiene
Guard.
problema con el guardia de
I wanna get my
Talmberg.
own back. You may have heard that Sir Robard of Talmberg is a stickler for having all his gear neat and tidy.
The commander of the guard? Sir Robard? I'm already confused. Just tell me what I need to do.
It's like this. I want you to break into the Talmberg armory and steal a few Waffen rocks with the coat of arms on them.
Ah, and once Sir Robard finds some of his guardsmen's equipment is missing...
He'll see to the commander of the guard, who's the only one with keys and answerable for their safekeeping. When Robard finds out he's losing things from under his nose, he'll have him whipped. And I'll get what I'm after.
Guau, este cabrón a otro nivel, ¿eh? Quiere que vayamos ahí a robar 5 tabardos simplemente para joder al guardia de Talmer y que se que le eche la bronca. Pero tío, es que madre mía, cómo van los morineros, ¿eh? Veo humo ahí. Vale, lugar inexplorado. Vale, ¿es aquí o qué? Sí, supongo, sí. Oh, comerciante de caballos. Pero bueno, supongo que no está dispuesto a venderme ninguno ahora, ni a comprarme. Descubrir a dónde fueron los atacantes. Explorar la zona, preguntar al superviviente y hablar con Bernard. Pero tío, ¿qué han hecho aquí? Madre mía. Están todos muertos. ¡Ostras!
Where have you been? All that bold talk and then you disappear? That's not the kind of man I need.
But I've...
¿Pero qué dice?
We waited for you while people here suffered, damn it. We could have caught the ones who did it, and because of you, they've run off.
Because I...
Silence! I don't want to hear it.
¿Eh?
I haven't made the best start of it. But maybe I can
Bueno,
still
bueno,
do it.
bueno. ¿Y los caballos, tío? ¿Por qué mataron a los caballos?
Another useless
A ver.
servant come to ask questions. You should have fucking been here last night.
Lo siento. A ver. Podemos curarle.
What's wrong with your arm? That's nasty. It needs to be cleaned out and bandaged. Let me.
That feels a mite better. Thank you.
Vale, bien, bien, bien.
What do you need to know?
¿Qué pasó
What in
aquí?
the world happened here?
The bastards attacked us. At night, a little before dawn.
And how did you come by that wound?
I heard someone talking, so I went to look outside. Then I saw what they'd done to the horses. I shouted at those bastards. Caught one by the cloak and started beating him.
Without a weapon? With just your fists?
Yeah. But he cut me pretty good, the fucker. Lucky for me, the others started to come out then, so the raiders ran. All that's left is his cloak.
Ostras.
And you've got no idea why they did it?
Something must have gone wrong for them. They ran off without taking anything.
There's one man in particular. Huge. Dressed all in black. Voice loud enough.
El que nos robó la espada.
Did you see him?
Who the fuck do you think half killed me?
So he really was here. The bastard. Can you help me?
How?
You know the area. How can I figure out which way they went?
They left in a hurry. You could see if there's a fence knocked down, or a gate. Good luck to you.
Vale. Dios, mirad esto, los caballos, me
They
cago.
really did slaughter them. Why would anyone do that? They really did slaughter them. Why would anyone do that? How could anyone be so cruel?
Pobrecito, me cago.
Smell. The stud farm owner. I saw him in Skalitz a few times. His poor widow.
Ask.
I can come back later if you...
No. I saw you came with the soldiers, and the sooner you know everything, the sooner you'll catch those savages.
I'm sorry to trouble you, ma'am, but could you tell me about the raid?
The noise woke us up. Me and Smill. We thought the horses were restless, or maybe some drunk had staggered here from the inn.
Do you get drunks coming here a lot?
Sometimes, but not this time. My husband went out to see what was going on. Then I just heard loud voices and screaming. It's so stupid. It didn't even occur to me at first that something could have happened to Smill. I didn't find out until the morning.
Wow.
Did you recognize any of the voices you heard?
No, but they spoke Czech, cursing like demons, even at each other.
At each other? They quarreled?
Yes. Something must have happened.
Hmm.
And where did you hear this noise?
Everywhere. It was chaos. I don't even know how many of them there were.
I mean, at
Wow.
the very start. Do you remember where you heard the noise come from then?
I don't know. I just don't know.
Did you get a look at them? There's one man, huge and dressed all in black. Did you see him?
No, I didn't.
Who should I question about the raid? Did anyone here see anything?
Ginger was sleeping in the stable. He might have seen something.
From what I've heard, Mark was the first one to wake. It might be a good idea to talk to him.
Jacob, the old stable boy. He even fought with them.
I don't know of anyone else.
Vale, muchas gracias. Madre mía. Espérate, porque aquí... Aquí tenemos que hacer cositas, ¿eh? Hay que investigar también los cofres, ¿eh? Que a lo mejor se han dejado... Bueno, las pieles las dejo. No, ¿qué es eso? Hay otro cofre aquí, ¿eh? Buah, pobrecito, tío. Piel de venado, bueno, bueno. Y otro aquí. Vale, tú no mires, ¿eh? Bueno, en verdad, estoy investigando. Vale, aquí no hay nada. Voy a ver por ahí. Mira, otro cofre aquí. Esto nos viene bien, ¿eh? Para entrenar, además. Aquí nada. Este ya lo hemos mirado. Vale, pues vamos a preguntar entonces fuera. ¿No? Ah, no, tenemos que explorar la zona. Vale, vale, más para allá. A ver, aquí dentro, ¿qué tenéis? Hay que investigar todo. No tienen nada, ¿eh? Calza roja de noble. Camisa elegante. ¡Vámonos! Sombrero de comerciante. Vale, y aquí llego donde... Vale, voy a dejar esto. Lo dejo al caballo. Por lo que pueda pasar.
How could anyone be so cruel?
This one got it in the back. And there's more of them over by the main stables.
¡Ostras! Ahí.
Poor wretch. He must have crawled here. If it was the horses they were after, there'll be even more of them by the main stables.
Me cago en... ¿Pero qué ha pasado aquí? Vale, ¿eh? Orden de investigación. Tenemos que mirar todo. Ganzúa. A mí. La forja. ¿Qué pasa, perrito? Dios. Buah. Vamos a investigar también los establos esos, ¿eh? Mira, 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 mira. ¡Hostia! ¿Qué dice? Mira, lucero en la mañana. Espada de caza. Maza. Y ya está, lo demás no lo quiero. Hostia, pero hay cositas, cuidado. Pero ¿cómo que un comerciante de caballo tiene todas estas armas? Mira, hemos subido sigilo. A ver, vamos a mirarlo. Habilidades. Sigilo, tenemos un punto. Después de cometer un crimen se recibe una bonificación de +1 de fuerza. Cuando se está agachado sin moverse se consigue una bonificación de... Te permite matar en sigilo. Oh, debes tener una daga en tu inventario. Buah, esto, pero del tirón, ¿eh? Y aquí lo de agilidad, que no sé muy bien, porque armadura ligera... Armas de agilidad, pero lo que llevo es armas de fuerza. Espada larga. Uy, este cofre no lo había visto tampoco. Vámonos, nuevo nivel de cerraduras. A ver. Jugador. Forzar. Reparador. Después de forzar una cerradura se tiene una posibilidad del 20% de que las ganzúas rotas se regeneren en su inventario. La posición de inicio. Cuando se fuerza una cerradura estará más cerca del final de la cerradura, lo que facilita su apertura. Cuando se está borracho es un 30... Agarre hábil. Esta me parece bien, ¿eh? Vale. Un último cofre aquí. Palas, pieles. Bueno. Cuidado en los establos. No sé si son todos iguales. Pero muchas cosas, ¿eh? A ver, en este no me puedo llevar más armas, entonces que esté buena. No, ¿eh? A lo mejor me llevo esto y esto para venderlo. Voy a llamar al caballo. Ah, bueno, en verdad no tenía por qué llamarlo porque directamente puedo hacer así. Y ya está. Vale, vamos a preguntar entonces. Por aquí. ¡Guau!
How could anyone be
Vaya
so
masacre han hecho aquí, me cago en la leche.
How could anyone be so cruel?
See what they did here? Kill them! Find those whoresons and kill them!
Ya. Corchete.
Such senseless brutality. They slaughtered horses as well as people, and yet it seems they didn't take anything.
Poor innocent creatures.
Guau. Panocha.
What? Who's there?
Easy. I just came to ask,
I don't know anything.
are you hurt?
No, nothing. Not a scratch.
What really happened here?
I don't know. Someone attacked. I don't know who.
You didn't happen to hear where they came from?
They
No! I didn't see a thing.
Es raro este, ¿no? Okay.
Why?
Madre mía.
Such senseless brutality. They slaughtered horses as well as people, and yet it seems they didn't take anything.
Claro, es que además que no han robado nada. No puedo hacer nada aquí. Está roto, ¿no? Me ha dicho mirar un...
Aha! This wasn't done by animals. They must have gone into the woods this way.
Oh. ¿Qué es lo que...? A ver, cacería. No. ¿Sí? Colmillos carnicero. Se puede despejar animales muertos. Oh. Por si quiero las pieles. Eso puede estar bien, ¿no? ¿O qué? Extraer colmillos también. Voy a pillar la de curtidor. No. Vale, descubrí a dónde fueron. Vale, y aquí preguntar. Tengo que seguir preguntando ahí, ¿eh?
They went deeper and deeper, for sure.
Explorar el claro. Me cago en. ¿Voy a tener que pelear o qué? Cuidado porque... Se está haciendo de noche, ¿eh? Registrar al bandido, pero... ¿Pero qué bandido? Vamos a ver. ¡Epa! Limpia casco.
Why, it's a hoof pig. Someone in Neuhof must know more about it.
Los guantes también. Y esa codera. Vale, ahora encontrar el propietario. Vale, y aquí lugar inexplorado. Vale, esto ya está.
He was here just now. Damn it.
¿Estaba aquí? ¿Quién? El panocha este se ha ido, ¿no? ¿O qué?
Creatures, no. This can't be true.
A ver, pero nadie me habla.
How could anyone be so cruel?
Aquí. Lo siento, Mark.
Are you well?
Leave me alone. Go away.
Sé que es difícil, claro.
I know that it's difficult.
But I only need you to answer a few questions. I'm here because Sir Radzig sent me.
Sir Radzig?
Yes.
What do you need to know?
Do you know whose hoofpick this is?
Ginger's. He was always bragging about it.
Panocha.
Why do you ask?
I found it on one of the bandits in the woods.
But he... Because of him? Because of him they murdered us? Lord in heaven!
Wait, hold on. You think Ginger was responsible for the attack?
He ran off! Don't you see? He was acting so strange and then he ran off! Why the hell would he do that?
That does sound rather odd. What actually happened here?
Qué raro.
They killed the animals and... Why did they kill them?
Did they take anything?
No.
Think carefully now. How did it all start?
We heard the animals. Their shrieks. Then Smill. He shouted. And they murdered him.
You're certain it was the animals first and then Smill? Not the other way round?
I'm certain. I'd never heard a sound like that before. Now I'll never forget it.
What happened after that?
We ran outside and it was chaos. Animals were dying, the stables were burning, and those demons everywhere.
The stables were already burning. Didn't that happen after they fled?
No, it was to set the blaze when they arrived.
You said they were demons?
No, just vermin. Worthless human vermin.
How many of them were there?
Not many. There were just a few that came after us, but more round the back. I heard them yelling at each other.
So they were yelling because of all the noise?
No, something happened. They quarrelled.
In the back? Where?
Towards the woods. To the north. They were trying to get away.
So some of them were running away and the others were fighting?
Aye. For a time.
Qué raro, tío.
And more of us came out and we fought back, so the others fled as well.
Where? Where did they run to?
To the north. Into the woods.
Vale.
Thanks. That's all I needed to ask. And you don't know where Ginger could have gone?
Dunno. Ask Jacob.
Vale.
Farewell.
A ver, Jacobo, ¿dónde estás? Aquí.
Do you know anything about this hoof pick?
Yeah, it's Ginger's. He had it made in mate.
Any idea where I might find this Ginger?
Well, that's the thing. He packed up and left.
What?
¿Cómo?
Look, I know how he looks. But Ginger is a fine fellow. I don't believe he had anything to do with the attack.
Where could he have fled to?
I might know. But you gotta promise me one thing. When you find him, listen to what he has to say before judging.
You have my word.
Sometimes the charcoal burners come to see him. You get on well with them. I think that's where he's gone.
And where is that?
No idea. They've always kept to themselves, you know, charcoal burners.
But the forest is full of folk like that. They could be anywhere.
Aye, except these ones won't be far. If you follow the stream from the stud farm towards Rate, you'll come across one of their camps. Only
what?
Ginger didn't go that way, though. He always went by the big road, through the woods in the direction of Úzice.
But how can I find them?
There's always smoke when they work. You'll smell them before you see them. And they need to be near water. There's that too.
So if I go through the woods along running water, I'll find them?
Exactly. Take care now.
Vale.
God be with you.
I think Ginger is mixed up in it somehow.
Why do you say that?
The hoof pick I found on the dead bandit in the woods is his.
That is fucking suspicious.
He disappeared right after we found those bandits in the woods. And I think I know where he went.
Where?
To the charcoal burners. He has friends there.
We've got to find him. But if his friends really are hiding him, I doubt they'll talk to my men. You should search for him, Henry. Go, before the trail turns cold. I'll send a report to Rate.
Very well, sir.
Vale, vale, vale.
I have some
Ya que estoy,
trophies.
te doy esto.
Let's see. Quite a collection. My boy, you're God's own avenging angel. Farewell.
A ver, fuerza, agilidad, vitalidad. No tengo sueño. Energía, 79. No sé si debería de dormir antes de salir, ¿eh? Mira. Voy a dormir hasta que amanezca, así salimos de día. Señora, perdón. Es que estaba cansado, estoy investigando todo el día, ¿sabes? Y tengo que buscar los culpables, pero tengo que descansar un poquillo. Perdón, perdón, me voy, me voy. No me ha dejado. Pues nada. Nos vamos a ver si encontramos a esta gente. Buah, siguen durmiendo y no me quieren hablar, ¿eh? A ver, pero ¿a qué hora se van a despertar? Son las 6. Voy a esperar un poquillo. Hasta las 8. Por lo menos estarán despiertos a esa hora. Vale, ya está. A ver. Carbonero. El portavoz, ¿dónde está? Aquí. Tú.
Good day.
Could you help me?
Depends what you want, doesn't it?
I'm looking for Ginger, a stable boy from Neuhof. They say he ran away and joined up with some charcoal burners he used to hang around with sometimes.
Sorry. There's never been a lad called Ginger around here. You have to try somewhere else.
Buah, me gustaría ver las stats del interlocutor, ¿eh? Estaría bien eso, ¿eh?
A murder's been committed at Neuhof, and that boy likely knows who did it. It's vital I find him.
There's been murder aplenty in these parts of late. But that Ginger lad really hasn't been here.
There'll be a lot less murdering going on once I bring those bastards to justice. So how about helping me out?
Calm down, lad. For the love of
Vale,
God.
bien, bien.
There's been no one like the boy you want round here. But then again, there are other charcoal burners. Try them. You might want to hurry. You're not the first to be asking about him. And the others weren't exactly a noble-looking bunch. Although they were...
Oh, hay más gente, buscándole al
Didn't
panocha.
happen to say what they wanted him for?
No. But they definitely didn't look like they wanted to invite him to a feast.
Do you have any idea where else he could have gone?
You said he was friends with the charcoal burners? Well, you'll definitely find some in the forest between Neuhof and Úzice. There's good spots around there.
But that forest is huge. I could spend weeks searching.
Then follow the river. That's how you found us, isn't it? Where there's charcoal burners, there's always water nearby.
All right, I'll go and ask somewhere else.
Bye.
Vale, vale, vale. Ostras. Voy a viajar rápido hasta ahí. Obstáculo. Vale, puedo evitar. Fallo. Pues vaya hostia. Un arquero. ¿Solo es un arquero? Ah, vamos a ver.
Kurva élet!
¿Eres tonto o qué? Me esquiva todo el cabrón. Vale. Tranquilo. Pero si les di al parry además. Voy a recuperar un poco, ¿vale? Espérate. Vale. Izquierda. Bueno, no tengo los combos de la espada larga en mente. Tengo que mirarlo, ¿eh?
Osarba!
Ahí te he dado. Bien, ¿eh? Estás a puntito, ¿eh? Ahí, ahí. Vale, vale, vale. ¡Ostras! Esto vale caro, vale caro. Vale. Ya está, ya está. ¿Dónde está mi caballo? Aquí. Bueno, se puede ir aquí sin que pase nada. ¿Cómo corre, eh? Vale. Y ahora sí que nos vamos. Vale, vamos a seguir el arroyo, ¿eh? Ah, mira, aquí hay un campamento justamente. Que ya vimos cuando nos fuimos de cacería. Vale, son estos. A ver. ¿El portavoz va a ser este o qué? Tú.
God save you. What can I do for you?
I'm looking for Ginger from Neuhof. Do you know anything about him?
I know him. What do you want of him?
There's a few questions I need to ask him.
Well, you'll have to go somewhere else to find him. He doesn't come here much.
Como lo encuentre aquí va a desatarse un infierno. Vale, es testigo de un asesinato. Tengo 10 de notoriedad. 11 de esto. Vale,
Just think about this. If I do find him here and you've been lying to me, I'll have you hauled off in chains and turned over to the executioner.
I understand the...
Vale, bien, bien.
Really? He doesn't come here. He's friends with some of the boys over by Townburg.
And where can I find them?
Head west along the river and you'll run into them. Oh, and another thing you might like to know. Other people have been sniffing around here for him.
Hacia el oeste.
Fellas.
Where did they go? What did they look like?
Oh, they headed off to the west. But that doesn't mean anything. And they look... Well, one of them came here and asked a lot of questions. And the other one stood off at a distance, scowling. Dressed like murderers, the pair of them. Well.
Cuidado, que... Lo están buscando también, No sabemos quién. Vale, tenemos que seguir entonces esto hacia el oeste, vale, hacia ahí.
¡Guau, me he caído! Me he comido una rama. Vale, cuidado con los árboles entonces, ¿Qué? Bueno, llego ahí. No tengo más flechas. A no voy a entretener más. Vamos a ir al lío, donde tenemos que ir. He matado a su arquero, así que bueno. Vale, ahí hay otro campamento de carboneros.
Míralo, es este el panocha, ¿no? Ah, no. Bueno, se parece, ¿eh?
I'm at your service, Sir Knight.
I'm looking for Ginger from Neuhof. Was he here by any chance?
Ginger, you say? Would he be a red-haired fellow?
Yes, have you seen him?
Let me see now. There was a stranger around here. He didn't have red hair, though, so it wouldn't be him.
Great, thanks.
God be with you.
Bueno, ¿y ahora qué? Vale, tenemos que encontrar panocha, pero bueno. Pues voy a seguir preguntando, a ver, por aquí.
Good health to you, sir.
I'm looking for Ginger, a stable boy from Neuhof.
Then why don't you look for him at the stud farm?
He was there, but now they say he's hiding amongst some charcoal burners.
And where did you hear that? Anyhow, there's no one of that description here. Try asking somewhere else.
And where will I find him then?
When you travel upstream, you're sure to run into more charcoal burners. But charcoal burners can be found everywhere there's trees and water, so...
Look, a terrible crime's been committed at Neuhof, and Sir Radzig wants the culprits found. And here you are making it harder for me.
Well, if you've been sent by Sir Radzig, you can deal with those two criminals who've been lurking around asking about the same boy.
And do you know where they are?
They won't be far, but I don't know where exactly. From here they headed south, so maybe try there. There are plenty of good hiding places around.
So you're saying I should find them and kill them?
Just see to it they can't cause any trouble here. And then I'll tell you everything I know.
Vale. Yo lo haré.
That's fair. I'll look for them.
The words of a true man. Once you take care of them, come back and we'll talk. May the Lord watch over you.
Vale, tenemos que buscar entonces a los bandidos. Hacia el sur se han ido. Oh, mira. ¿Son ellos o qué?
Is that the best you...
Vale, uno menos. Bueno. Vaya palizón. Anillo de plata. Guante. Poción y esto. Anillo de plata, vamos. Enseres. La poción, el dinero. El casquete, venga, me lo llevo también. ¿Y qué armas llevaba? El compañero del mercenario. Y bardiche. Y a ver, entonces, ¿aquí qué tenéis? Oh, tenéis un baúl. Bueno. No hay nada aquí. Telaraña, eso no sé para qué sirve, ¿eh? Vale, a ver, de comida como voy, 58, me voy a comer. Vale, y entonces mi caballito, nos vamos al campamento ahí de carboneros que están. Ya está.
I've taken care of those two cutthroats.
You don't look like you've been in a fight.
If you don't believe me, go and see for yourself.
All right, all right. All that matters is they've been taken care of.
They're dead. So, what was it you wanted to tell me?
Ginger was here, but the lads hid him away somewhere. I suppose there's no need for that anymore. He's in no danger now, is he? And nor are we.
That's right. You're safe now.
All right. They're hiding him nearby. A little way along the route to Úzice, there's a path to the
Una
right leading to a
senda.
spring. From there, you'll find an overgrown trail to a ruined hut.
Finally, some useful information. Thank you, charcoal burner.
Take care now.
Joder, con el panocha, no vea, ¿eh? A encontrarle. ¿Pasa aquí? ¿Qué hace?
Jesus, you've led me a merry dance.
What do you want from me?
I want to ask you a couple of questions. Why did you run off like that? Where are your cronies? And why did you kill that bandit?
What?
Right, one thing at a time.
Vale.
Why did you run off in such a hurry?
Because I was afraid they'd come back and kill me.
Who?
Those bandits, of course.
To get revenge on you for killing their mate?
Killing? Me? I never killed anyone. God is my witness.
I'm looking for your friends. Where are they?
The charcoal burners? They're over at the...
To hell with the charcoal burners. Where are your bandit mates?
They're not my mates. They nearly killed me. I recognized one of them, so I thought they'd come back and...
Recognized? Who was it? Talk!
I don't know his name, only that he's from Úzice and he has a limp.
What can you tell me about him? How do you know him?
I saw him a few times in the tavern in Úzice, playing dice and boozing.
And?
I know he lives in a house on the edge of the village, but that's all I know. I never talked to him.
Why did you kill that bandit?
What? Bandit? I never killed anyone.
This is yours, isn't it? I pulled it from the belly of a dead bandit near the stud farm.
That is mine, but I didn't stab him. That fellow took it from me.
What fellow?
I don't know his name, but he's from Úzice and he has a limp.
He limps and he's from Úzice. That's not much to go on, but I suppose it'll have to do.
Vale, un cojo de Úzice.
I never talked to him.
And now tell me exactly what happened. And don't leave anything out.
That's quite a long story.
Don't worry, I won't get bored.
All right. I woke up in the middle of the night because I needed to go for a piss. So I went out into the dark, same as usual, only there was something there that shouldn't have been. At first I thought it was just a trick of the light, but it wasn't. Then it was too late. They went past and I thought they must be horse thieves. I would have yelled, only I was afraid they'd kill me. So I waited until they were out of sight and I started to sneak away, but then...
Then the slaughtering started?
Yes. I thought they'd steal the horses and ride off. That would be bad enough, but then all the killing started and flames everywhere. It was terrible, like hell itself.
And then?
It seemed some of them didn't like it either. They started squabbling among themselves, and some of them started running back where they came from, right towards me. And I had that thing in my hand, the hoof pick.
So you stabbed the first one in the belly?
No. He ran right into me. He was running fast for a fellow with a limp. He pushed me aside and I fell on the ground. Then He told me I'd better lie low if I valued my life. And he ran off with the others. And I did what he said and hid. Then the rest of the gang ran past.
And then?
Then I waited in case that limping one from Úzice came back. I didn't dare come out until I was sure. I think it was almost light.
What about the others? Was there anything you noticed about them?
I don't know. There might have been maybe 8 of them, and 2 of them were really big. That's all I can remember.
Do you know what they argued about?
I didn't hear everything, but I reckon some of them were only there to steal and wanted no part in the killing.
That sounds terrible. I know exactly how you feel.
If only I yelled. Maybe they...
If you had, you'd most likely be dead. It probably wouldn't have done any good anyway.
But still...
There was nothing you could do. That's all. I've heard everything I need to hear, so I'll leave you be.
Wait! What about me? Won't you help me out?
Perhaps I could. What would you like?
I'd like to go back to the stud farm, but those cutthroats who want to kill me are still around.
Ya está, no
Will you
está.
help me?
They're out of the way. I ran into them on my travels.
Really? That's great, but...
What?
Vale, nuevo punto en diálogo.
I'm afraid to go back to the farm. I ran away, and God knows what they'll think about it all. I don't know if they'll even want to talk to me.
Bueno, vete ahí y comprueba porque te las apañas, ¿vale?
Suppose you're right. Thank you for your help, and God bless you.
Vale, bien. Venga, hasta luego, ¿eh? Yo voy a mirar lo que tienes aquí, ¿vale? Pues nada. Nada interesante. Entonces, ahora tendremos que buscar... Bueno, decirle al capitán Bernard. Vale. Vamos a informar al capitán. Vale, Bernardo. Ya estoy.
Hey you! Don't move a muscle.
¿Qué?
Surrender. You've committed
¿Qué
a
pasa?
crime. You were seen stealing. This definitely won't come cheap.
¿Cómo?
You'll learn.
Bueno, tú estás borracho, ¿no? Bueno, te voy a dar eso de dinero, así te compras vino y me dejas en paz. Pero, tío, si no he robado nada.
Here you are.
No
Pay for your
entiendo.
crimes. I hope you've learned your lesson. And hand me over those stolen goods.
Pero, ¿de qué me estás hablando? Y este icono ni me ha saltado ni nada, ¿eh? No tenía ningún icono ahí arriba ni nada, ¿eh? ¿Qué dice? Vale, espérate. No me ha quitado nada, no sé de qué me está hablando, ¿eh? Si el personaje es descubierto cometiendo un crimen, los corchetes locales intentarán atraparlo. Aunque logres huir, la gente recordará tu crimen. Pero no había nada. Bueno, no pasa nada. A ver, ¿qué nos
I
cuenta?
talked to Ginger and found out what happened.
Out with it then.
Ginger fled because he recognized one of the raiders. He was afraid they'd come back to silence him.
Well, he was right. They were asking about him. So who did he recognize?
He didn't know his name. Some fellow with a limp from Úzice.
All right. Since you've gone this far, you may as well ask around in Úzice. We've enough to do here in these parts anyway. Sir Radzik will tell you about it. He said to send you to him if you haven't already been.
Venga, hasta luego, ¿eh?
Farewell.
Pues ahora... Ah, está aquí Radzik. Míralo.
God bless you. What troubles you?
Ah, puedo hablar también del sácer de ahí, ¿eh?
Sir, I've been to Úzice, and the parish priest there is very odd indeed. He's very handy with a sword. Do you know anything about him, sir?
Godwin? Aye, an intriguing fellow. He's the youngest son of one of the lords of Kuttenberg. He was sent to the university to become a priest, as is customary with the youngest son. But he didn't much care for it. So when he finished studying, instead of taking up his parish, he went roaming. I imagine he had a pretty adventurous life. And then one day he came back and settled down. Hanush would know more about him.
My lord, I managed to find a clue to the whereabouts of the bandits.
Excellent. Bernard already told me what's been happening, but I'd like to hear it straight from the horse's mouth.
The whole story, or just the gist of it, sir?
It's up to you what you consider important.
Well, in the end, I tracked down the stable boy who fled in fear of his life, and for good reason, too. He put me on the trail of a crofter from Úzice with a limp.
And his name?
The boy didn't know him by name, only by sight. But if I ask around, I'm sure folk will know who limps and keeps peculiar company. Villagers like to gossip.
But what if he's not there? He could have fled, maybe even to Kuttenberg.
If I don't find him in Úzice, I'll ask around. Someone will know something about him.
All right. Better go to Úzice then. Find this limping footpad and get the names of the others out of him. They have to face justice for what they did. I want to see them hang. Then bring him to me in Mehoyed and I'll decide on his fate.
Certainly, sir. Why choose Mehoyed?
It's somewhat at the centre of events, isn't it? And what's more, there's another stud farm there.
Sir, do you think they're going to try the same thing again?
I shouldn't think so. Everyone will be on the alert now, but the secluded dwellings are more vulnerable. There are few people in them. They're scattered everywhere and we can't guard them all.
But the bandits won't find much silver in places like that.
There's always a groschen or two, some food and so on. Anyway, how much silver did they get from slaughtering those horses?
True. If they'd stolen them, they could have sold them. Those were fine animals.
Exactly. It's not about the silver. It's about something else.
But what?
Creating fear. Such great terror that you won't even squeak when they come to cut your throat. Never mind raise your hand against them. Fear that will root you to the spot, staring like a rabbit entranced by a stoat, waiting for the death blow to fall. Helpless to do anything about it.
I have some news about the investigation, sir.
Good. Tell me.
The trail leads to Úzice. I found out one of the bandits is from there, a fellow they call Limpy Lubosh.
I see. What else?
That's all I found out so far, sir.
All right. Come back and report to me as soon as you learn anything new. Farewell.
Vale. Ahora tendremos que ir a no sé dónde. Bueno, a Úzice a ver el cojo este, el bandido. A ver si lo encontramos. Pero también nos habló de otro pueblo que está en el centro del mapa, por lo visto, donde hay otro comerciante de caballos. Interesante. Tendremos que ir ahí a ver qué pasa. Vale, pues mira, yo lo voy a dejar por aquí. El próximo día seguiremos investigando. Que vaya masacre aquí en Neuhof. Increíble, ¿eh? Los cabrones es que no se sabe muy bien qué querían, porque no han robado nada. No sé por qué han matado todos los caballos. Puede ser un gremio de contrabandistas de caballos, no sé, o qué será esto. Pero bueno, eso lo investigaremos y sacaremos la verdad a la luz. Así que yo lo dejo por aquí. Espero de verdad que os haya gustado y os digo hasta el próximo día. Venga, pasadlo bien. Hasta luego.
Ay, déjate un buen me gusta y también suscríbete, bebé, y checa mi canal y también suscríbete, bebé, y checa mi canal te gusta.